Well, hello there.
Hello.
I was waiting on the Instagram side, on Tommy Bracco. I was waiting for Instagram to tell us we can go live there, and it wasn't doing anything. So I was like, oh, music stopped. That's my chance to be like, hello.
That's bizarre.
That's fine. Happy Monday.
Yes. I
Dude,
decided today, I am 100%, I am just officially just changed my name to Garfield. I am Garfield. I hate
literally took the words out of my freaking mouth, dude.
I just I'm I hate Mondays. I was earlier today, I was why do we decide to do a podcast on Monday nights? I'm so miserable on Mondays.
Why? Well, let's see, Amber. How can we answer that question? Since you were part of that decision making.
Because there's no other shows that play on Broadway on Monday nights.
There are now.
There was literally a strategic reason why we chose to do this. But I am Garfield. I'm the grumpiest of grumpies.
Okay, but I'm definitely not normal. Because I was literally gonna say, I have such a Garfield moment today. I'm just ugh. The cavity is turning into another root canal, so I need 2 or 3. I don't know. Don't ever get a TBI and have to go on medication that just makes your mouth completely miserable. And look, this is how stressed out. This is Amber. You can tell how stressed I am. And, for people that are just listening and not looking, my hair is this crazy curly nest. That's from stress. It's from how much I'm tossing and turning throughout the night. I've been completely reversed in my sleep schedule for a couple of months at this point. Sometimes I can catch up, but I was in bed at 11:30 last night. I could not go to sleep until 7 a.m.
I don't even want to tell you. I literally slept from sun up to sundown yesterday, and then
you did, because when I talked to you, you're like, hello, and I was like, oh my god, I woke you up, and you're like, kind of.
And then I had no problem falling asleep.
Falling right around. I'm jealous of that. I'm so jealous, but I'm so glad to see some of our friends in our stream here. So welcome. Thanks for joining us mostly every Monday on the Broadway Fan Club podcast.
If you hear some woofing, I am dog.
Yeah, we get Furtax.
There are some dogs here.
Hi, puppies. Hi, puppies.
There are dogs here.
Are there 4?
There are
or did 3. I see? Okay.
There are 3 dogs here.
Amazing.
This is our last evening together. However, I am here doing the show. I was I don't have any headphones. I have nothing. I'm just.
You sound just fine. And you're sitting on a couch instead of on the ground, which is great.
On the couch, yeah, it's great time for me.
It'll be a good thing. Yeah. So happy Monday. It's been a week. I think that we hit this turning point of stress, so just exhaustion. I think the world is at that point. There's been so much that's been going on, and people are either on one of 2 extremes. And sound off if you guys are hearing this or experiencing this. I have noticed in the last week or so, people are either going extremely far out of their way to be the nicest, kindest individuals, or they really just couldn't give 2 shits less. And they're just the grumpiest, Ed DeBevick style service staff, anywhere. They're just cranky and over it. And I think I just kind of fall in the middle at this point. I'm just trying to be kind, but I'm over it.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm at either. I feel like I'm head down.
Yeah, put your head down and keep. I almost started putting
right now,
Yeah, but you know what? We're gonna trudge through it. We're gonna have our Monday evening therapy session here. We've got a lot to discuss. There's been a lot of movement, a lot of things that are happening. Both outside the world of Broadway specifically that are affecting, us and our individual selves, people, through tentative resolution of the possible strike. I mean, there's so much stuff. So I guess we can kind of just dive right into it. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm still doing my things, but if you want to get us
Do
started,
I'm just let's rip that proverbial bandage off. We like to do that. I don't think we wait till the end of this point. We just go right in. So, the puppies were talking. They were like, "Yeah, woof, let's go." So, outside of the Broadway world, we had this really interesting. So Saturday here was Come Out with Pride, which is our huge Pride parade here in Orlando. That a dear friend of mine was director of, and like so many people attended. And it fell on the same day as the national event. What did they say? It was the world's or the nation's largest protest. And the photos that have been coming out from No King's Day have been crazy. In New York specifically, I was looking at these aerial photos. It was just a mob scene throughout like Times Square, throughout the theater district. And there's so many people that are out there trying to fight for what they believe is right. So it's been really interesting to kind of see this world come together. I was looking at different videos. Bill Nye, the science guy, Bill, he was out there giving some great speeches about defunding science and why it's important to have science and art and education. So it's stressful. And, if you guys were out there, and hopefully everybody was safe. But let's see how this world gets affected or doesn't get affected. So we'll go from there. But yes, and yes, Olivia, we're going to get right over to the stage door experience too from Gatto. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to kind of approach that. Like Amber and I have very strong beliefs. That was not an intentional cough. We have very strong beliefs, and we always try to keep it as nonpartisan as possible, where, we respect that our listeners are of different political standings. We don't push our politics on you. Please don't put your politics on us. But it is important for us to carry and cover some world news that I think will just affect everybody. But something that is specifically affecting the theater world is truly this potential strike. And it seems that there might be, it's been discussed, it's been nearly resolved. There's a deal that's been reached, but the threat is still being a strike, or the strike is still a threat. So the Broadway League and Actors Equity Association reached a tentative agreement early, also on Saturday. Saturday was the day to remember. Union members must decide whether to ratify it, meaning they're going to accept it. So I will read this article from the Times as quickly as possible, but they've come to this potential tentative agreement. The strike is still looming because the musicians have yet to make a deal. So this is specifically for the Actors Equity Association, which represents producers, theater owners. The union had been seeking higher wages, greater healthcare benefits. They went what they called a marathon mediation session that went until 6 a.m. And they're talking about, it's a 3-year agreement. It saves the Equity League Health Fund while also making strides in other priorities, including scheduling and physical therapy access, which is huge. We're pleased to have reached a tentative agreement on terms both parties are comfortable with. This was Jason Lax, who's the league's president. Our focus has been negotiating in good faith at the bargaining table to reach a fair contract, and we thank our mediators for their diligent work bringing us together. It's really interesting, and if you've ever sat in on a mediation, it's the most bizarre game of telephone, but you have to be so specific of it. You're sitting in a room, the opposite party is sitting in another room, and there's a go-between. So everybody has their chance to speak. Then there's this mediator who's sitting there and they're like, okay, well, I can see your side and I can see your side. What about this option? And they're really just there to kind of help strike a bargain. So it's really fascinating to see that. But yes, the musicians have still not come to an agreement, and it's not even on the table. So where we're at now is there might be a strike because there might not be any musicians that want to be part of this if it cannot be agreed upon whatever terms they need.
Right.
And you think about it, like musicians, and I know we've talked about it before, Amber, like musicians that were in Wicked. They were not expecting over 20 years. Musicians that were in Phantom,
Right.
30, there's so many shows that are having these long-term runs, which we know is not what Broadway was originally created to do. It's more of a short-term limited runs thing. So if you're constantly bouncing from show to show, you don't have that,
Stability.
The what?
The stability.
Right. No consistency or stability. But you're also, if you're signed in and you're working decades in a show, then what do you do? So, and we do have some close friends in the industry that are musicians that we are watching them go through this. So we just wish everybody well. And we hope that an agreement can come through. But if not, and there's a strike, what's been kind of, I don't want to say irking me, because I know it's important to everybody, but across the board in all of our groups, and Amber, I know we've talked about this too. Everybody's like, oh, well, I hope that, they don't strike because I have tickets for this. Or
Right.
like in a different group that's not ours, somebody was like, yeah, well, they don't deserve to, do this because the tickets cost this much and I spent this much money and I already flew and I can't cancel my flight. And well, but you don't know how much these poor people are spending and making, and they're not making astronomical amounts of money. They're busting their humps, and it's taking a physical toll on them too. So, does that cover it?
I'd say just about.
I am doing a science experiment, by the way. I got a milkshake, and it's still frozen. So I'm going to sit here and shake my milkshake, bring all the boys to the yard.
Okay.
Amber, how are you doing on your end? Did you fulfill your duties for the evening?
No, I actually slid you some DMs.
Oh, my goodness. Slide into the DM. Slide into the DM.
But while you do that, I'll keep talking.
You do that.
We have, some pretty cool, just, the Halloween haunts happenings that are happening across the board on Broadway.
Did you see the puppy parades?
That was one of my talking points. We'll get there yet. We haven't gotten there yet.
No, I'm so excited. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, so like we have costume contests that I think Heather's, Mincemeat, what other shows are doing costume contests that I can think of right now?
Oh, oh my gosh, it wasn't Moulin Rouge that came out. Somebody just came up. Was it Moulin Rouge? I know Beetlejuice is, but
Beetlejuice. Oh yes, you're right. Exactly. Beetlejuice. There's like a bazillion shows. So like make sure to check out, like if you're seeing a show on Halloween. Oh, Death Becomes Her. There might be, some cool things. Masquerade is doing a specialty thing on.
Oh, you know who else is doing something really cool? Stranger Things. Stranger Things is doing all of the activations. They've got like school photo day. They've got the pop yourself, like the Funko Pop, create your thing with like Stranger Things specific costume pieces. Yeah, some really cool stuff too. Oh, and then speaking of Beetlejuice, did you see that they have the 3 times club?
I did see that. Yeah. So if you are going 3 times between like a certain date, you can get like a special pin that says like Threedlejuice or like something. I don't even know what it says. Like something.
There's a bunch of them.
Something clever.
Yes. What I expect and nothing less. Let's see. I'm still on the fence. I don't know what I'm doing for Halloween yet. I still want to be able to wear my Bloody Carrie outfit. I'm kind of curious what everybody else is going to wear. Are any of our members or our listeners going to go enter contests? Because I will say, and I want to talk about it, we've been talking about like our favorite posts, like across the board, like we'll find like our favorite posts. I have one and I want to talk about it for a second because it kind of aligns with like moving into the Gado thing, but in a good way. So one of our members in our Just in Time group, they were fortunate enough, and it's so cool. I love it. I almost feel like we take responsibility for it. So many of our members give a special dance with Jonathan Groff.
Right.
Like they have, and I I've talked to like the house manager and like people in the production, and like it's always fun. We're like, yes, no, our members have it down to a factual science and mathematical equation of what seat they need to sit in, what they need to wear, how they need to look and interact in order to like get the dance of Jonathan
What
Groff.
kind of moves you need to give. Yeah.
You know, what perfume you need to wear. No, whatever. But like so many of our members have had that experience. Like I really want to take credit for it. But one of our members posted and they were like, hey, so I was in this bagel shop nowhere near the theater district and was reminiscing about my dance with Jonathan Groff a couple of days prior. And I felt this guy staring at me. And I was like, who is this guy staring at me? And then when she finally looked, it was Jonathan. And he like came down and sat like pretty close to her. And she was like, I just wanted to respect his space, but I wanted to say thank you. And he was like, oh, I remember you. And like so many of our members were like, yeah, I met him here. And then like several months later, like I had this interaction with him and he is just such a most genuine person. But we had a lot of people going, hey, thank you so much for not mentioning the name of the bagel shop to kind of protect, you know, his independence and space. Like we always preach that, like, this is just their job. They're known for their job. They happen to be famous or like whatever, and respect their space. This is somebody that's going to eat. They're clearly not like in the mood for autographs, but like you, if you are respectful enough, totally fine. Just use your common sense. And I think that our member handled it really well. And the members that were like, hey, cool, thank you so much for not telling us what the store is, we're on it. And then we had a couple people who were like, well, I need to know the name of the bagel shop and what time you went, what date. And I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing here.
Right. Like that's like the least.
Yes. And you know, Cheyenne said something. They bust their butts when hired for bupkis, and then they're worried about money when they strike. Yes. Not only are they worried about the money when they strike, but they're also worried about their safety outside of it. Can you imagine if Broadway was on strike right now and you got a bunch of people out of work trying to go about their daily day, maybe going enjoying a show, maybe going enjoy dinner. Now you're going to have people, not our people. You are going to have people who are going to be like in people's faces, how dare you did this and how dare you did that. You know, we have some interesting casting news, and when that comes up, I'll talk about that too. But guys, just it costs nothing to be kind. Don't be a dick.
Right. For sure.
And not being a dick also means practicing good safety, practicing good stage door. I think we're just going to have to like coin these terms because it only makes sense for certain people. Should we move into what happened at Godot?
Yeah.
So this was something that we heard about. Olivia sent me the Instagram story on it. And the video on it, which thank you for that. So to summarize the utter craziness, and I hope it's not one of our members. I can't imagine. At the stage door for Waiting for Godot, where you have Alex Winter and you've got Keanu Reeves. So you've got a whole incredible cast. I personally chose to not stage door when I went to see it because one, it was going to be nuts. Two, you never know how the safety is of it because like the stage door for Merrily, everything's crazy. Respect the space, respect the stage door. Apparently a woman tried to go into Keanu Reeves' car, his private car. Now I've seen that personally, unfortunately, where somebody tried to do that to BB Newworth, somebody tried doing that to Adam Lambert, Christy Altomar, like when she was walking out of Anastasia and people were trying to follow her. We've heard these crazy stories. Roger Bart, Audra McDonald. This woman legitimately tried to get into the vehicle. And then as the vehicle was driving away, after the bodyguard removed her from said vehicle, still tried to open up the door and almost caused a car accident.
Yeah.
Guys, that is somebody who is not mentally well.
Well, that was like when we went and saw, oh my God, Redwood, and
yes,
we're trying to stage door, and you know, like they have the stanchions all blocked off, so you have your places to stand for stage door, and then people were swarming Idina's car. We're like, Like, okay, there's a spot to stand for
It
stage
was like
door,
a zombie apocalypse, or like when
and if
you
you
see like the
don't
movies.
get in that stage door spot, like, I'm sorry, like, you get in the back of the line, like, you don't continue out and like swarm the car, like you're
It
like,
reminded me of, and I'm gonna age myself here. The movie That Thing You Do, they record when they're inside the cars, they're pulling up to a venue, and there's literally women throwing themselves on top of the cars and pounding on the windows to get out. Like that's what it was almost like without Idina even getting out there. And yes, Olivia says the worst part is he wasn't even stage door; it was another exit, not even the stage door. Don't be a stalker.
right.
Use common sense. If you
Someone
don't
follows
have the mental,
Audra home on one of the last days of Gypsy, like, just don't do it. Don't
yeah,
do it.
or following Roger Bart through the subway system. It
Following
just
Roger
don't.
Bart, following Alex Brightman, like,
Yeah. Also, I'm super sad. Apparently, I had been awarded tickets through One Iota for the Has Been Hotel thing tomorrow, and they didn't tell me about it until yesterday.
tragic.
I know, I'm really sad. I'm really sad, but we'll be reporting on that next week because I'm really excited. Also, do you remember who's joining us next week? Because I'm super excited.
I don't, because I have the brain of a turtle.
And I mean, turtle brain, that's good. I mean, I do have a damaged brain. It's our friends over at Final Strike Collaborative.
Oh, that's right.
And because we were talking, like I had been talking to the girls a couple of, actually almost at this point, a couple of months ago when we were talking about it, and we were like, we need to have you guys on the podcast. And I was like, ooh, maybe we do like a spooky thing. And they might be doing some giveaways. In fact, I know they're doing some giveaways. But my goodness, they're really cool. So if you're not familiar with Final Strike Collaborative, you can look at their website, literally finalstrikecollaborative.com. Their mission is to eliminate waste produced in the entertainment industry by salvaging materials from theaters, film sets, businesses, and individuals, otherwise destined for landfills, and repurposing those materials into works of art, furniture, and home decor. So they do some really cool stuff. And then they're also always accepting donations too. So something to be interested in.
Very cool. Very cool.
Well, I've been talking a lot. You want to bring up some news while I wait for my milkshake to continue to. It's almost there.
Yeah. So like Heather was really excited to mention, we also had the annual New York City Dog Parade, which isn't really Broadway affiliated, except
yes. Mm-hmm.
I did see that one of our members was there with their dog and was a top 10 or top 20 finalist. And they had their dog as a Moulin Rouge theme, and they had a playbill sign and the whole kit and caboodle.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
yes,
one of the judges was the one and the only Jack Malone.
Yes.
And their pup, the incredible Dracula.
Yes.
Greyhound.
Can I share my favorite
Broadway related?
Can I please, pretty please share my favorite one? I'm trying to pull up this picture right now.
Sure. When I used to be in my dog spotting heyday, we used to have an actual dog spotting Halloween contest. If you spotted a dog in a Halloween costume and you won, you would automatically be entered. You won the Halloween prize. You'd automatically be entered into the top spot of the year prize. And whoever won the top spot of the year would get like a trophy and like a cool thing. But I haven't really been that active in dog spotting, so I don't think anyone does that anymore.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Oh, I said I haven't really been that active there, so I don't think people do that
maybe
anymore.
People do a costume. I mean, oh, fair. I think I'm the one breaking up with all these damn storms. Maybe we should do a costume contest across our channels.
I think we did one last year.
We did a costume contest for a couple of our groups. We could also do a puppy one or for one, but I have to show, yeah, it's definitely me delayed. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to show you my favorite one from this year, and I don't think it's going to surprise literally anybody. Can you see it?
Fantastic.
No?
No,
yes,
I said
that is Halvor. Okay. That is Halvor, a French bulldog in costume for Audrey too. Being somebody who built multiple Tuies for a costume. I'm so impressed. And
That's great.
absolutely love this dog. And it looks happy. It's a happy pup.
Yeah,
It's a
I
happy
love it.
So, all right. Moving right along. Go on.
So yeah, we had that information. We also had a little bit of O'Mary information. The Krakowski administration will be extended. The votes were in and they were elected in for a second term.
Oh, yeah.
Pro democracy. So
Woohoo. That
we're
means double the Cheyenne Jackson, too.
that means double the Cheyenne Jackson. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
We also have like hot off the press, freshly dropped news of the day is that Megan Hilty will be leaving her current leading lady role as Madeline Ashton in Death Becomes Her.
This is what, November 4th?
She will be playing her final performance on November 4th. Stand by Dee Rosselli, Kaylee Cronin, and Natalie Charlie Ellis will be playing Madeline in the in-between January 6th through the 11th. And then following that, coming in as our new leading lady is the one and the only Betsy Wolf.
I love her.
It's a great choice.
Oh my God. It's like I couldn't have done better casting if I did it myself. Because first off, I love Betsy. She is one of the nicest humans you'll ever meet. You know, she just came out of Joy. And she is just such a freaking delight, but she's so funny and she's so on top of it. But when I first saw her perform, it was as Anne Hathaway and Juliet, and I freaking fell in love with her and the show because of it. She has great comedic timing. Her voice is stunning. And I'm sorry, I cannot wait to see her against Jen. Like, holy crap, that is just phenomenal casting. Good job, Death Becomes Her.
Yeah, fantastic. Death Becomes Her. You're continuing to show up and just show out.
I'm gonna pick my bone for a second here. We had a member who posted, they were like, sucks that Megan's leaving. And I'm like, she's never gonna be there the whole time. And then I think this is past a year of contract.
Yeah. Yep.
So like that's to be expected.
Right, absolutely. And she's been doing it since the Chicago run.
Yeah, this is a long
it's been a really long time coming. So
yeah.
We also had some Wicked the movie news. The wonderful and fabulous Coleman Domingo has been announced to be playing the Cowardly Lion, the voice of the Cowardly Lion in Wicked for Good.
Yep.
He
Are you all right?
No, I had like a frog in my throat.
You're all verklempt. I first saw him perform when he was doing Fear the Walking Dead.
Yes.
And he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's great. Speaking of like things that are really good and great right now, I like hate the fact that I live in Connecticut and that I can't be in New York to go just throw all of my money at Exorcistic the musical every single night. Who these guest performers are. We've had like Nina West. We had Daisy Egan. I think we had.
Yeah, you were losing your mind that Daisy was just there.
I was losing my mind that Daisy Egan was coming. We have one of the Lou Burger guys.
Yes.
We have
Frankie Grande.
I'm talking about the upcoming, like the next.
Oh yeah, the upcoming.
We have Penelope Garcia from CSI, not CSI. Criminal Minds. I'm like, what is even happening? Like, this is amazing. Like, I can't even believe this. So I'm just
I am so appreciative too exorcistic. And we're working on trying to get some of the cast onto the show too. Because when I saw it, I was like, and again, I'm not afraid of taking the train anywhere. It's just not in my comfort zone of the theater district. I usually, if I'm traveling outside of like that main area, I am like on the phone with a friend, like talking the whole time. And I found my way down to the theater at Asylum. It was super easy. I went to a bodega. I got a drink. I got candy. I went into the show and I left just enamored with it.
Yeah.
But you do have one of the shirts from it. So at least you were
I absorb all the content I possibly can on their social.
I would love to see it go on tour.
It's fantastic. It's so good. It's so
I feel like it's going to be like the next Saw.
Yeah.
Something. Or like the next Rocky Horror, but without the callbacks.
For sure. I also forgot to mention, I think this was maybe why I short-circuited earlier, because it like coming back to me.
Yeah, the Portland frog in your throat, right?
Even like with and without the impending doom of the strike, if you're able to, now and always is a great time to donate to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. That is their exact purpose, to help in these times. And
don't forget, you can also support us through our Etsy shop once it's back open to donate also to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS.
Yes, and you can also help me move if you're local to Bristol, Connecticut.
You can also help me get reimbursed from getting scammed by somebody that I did pickups for at Broadway Flea. You know, it's fine. $200. Good job.
Like anytime you're able to, like you can even do cool stuff. You can write to the theater with your donation slip. You can send it in, get signed playbills.
You know, Amber, and I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. I'm gonna let you finish, but first, we have so many members that are constantly asking the best way to do that, and you are like the queen of mail-ins for signed playbills. Can you give a quick like 101, like? This is where you go to pay Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, or this is where you find out how much the donation is. This is what you need to do. This is how you do it.
Yeah, sure. So you would go to the Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS website. You would make a donation.
Well, how do you find out? Because I think at one point we were going to create a spreadsheet. I still think I need to.
I don't know
what each show is. Yeah.
Hit or miss.
There are shows that require.
I just go high. I always donate $100.
Very generous.
I just go high. But you know, some shows require, I think 6 requires like $40. I think some other shows require 40. I think The Outsiders requires like 100. Cabaret required like 100. Like certain.
And I think if you write to a specific person and not for the show, it can vary in price too. Sometimes it's free.
Right.
Like writing into Aaron Tveit for Sweeney was free.
Right. Yeah. Right, exactly. So most of the time, if you're writing to a specific actor, you don't need to include a donation. But I mean, you can. It doesn't hurt. It never hurts to include a donation. But usually, only if you're writing to the stage manager for like a full signed playbill, you should include a donation to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. And usually if your donation is not sufficient, like if they require more, they'll write you back and they'll say like the minimum for donation is blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And how they write you back is because you will include an envelope in the envelope with your return address stamped for the appropriate amount. So this way they can send you back either your item or
right. And see, a lot of people, and I'm kind of on the fence, a lot of people, and we can open this up to a discussion as well, definitely sound off, but a lot of people are like, do I send a playbill? Like, do I send the only playbill I have? No. Do I send this limited edition thing from 20 years ago?
No.
Do I, is it okay if I have someone sign something from a previous show that they've done?
Maybe.
Sure. Whatever.
It's up to their discretion. Will they maybe say no? It's possible. If
Possible.
they do, you can't really throw a tantrum. It's their
Right.
right.
Do I bring 25 different items to the stage door and have them sign each? No.
No.
See, and I will say personally, if I'm at the stage door and it's generally me and Amber, or it's just, me stage touring, trying to get guests on the show too. But if I go to the stage tour and I get something signed, generally I will get something signed for myself. Or if Amber hasn't been to the show or seen the cast, I'll try to get her one as well, vice versa. Or we try to do one as a giveaway, but like no more than that. And I don't think I would feel comfortable bringing something. Like I would not feel comfortable bringing an N Juliet item to the Death Becomes Her stage door to have Betsy sign it.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's like stay in that moment. I'm here to support this show. Otherwise, you kind of look like one of those flippers or like the autograph hounds, like the ones that have the clipboards ready to go and they've been
or like go to an autograph signing event.
Yeah, the Museum of Broadway is really good about that stuff. They just had the Boop cast recording signing.
Exactly. So find one.
Yeah. Yep. What's next on the agenda, my friend?
Next on the agenda, we shared the trailer, the new trailer for the West End production of Cabaret to our Cabaret group.
Yes, my God, I want to go there right now.
Amazing. Very cool that they're getting to have this experience before their nuptials, where they are getting to have this contrasting lead, but antagonist, protagonist kind of moment of leading this show, and right before their wedding. Very cool.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a Cabaret themed wedding at this point.
I would.
Or Hadestown. Hadestown meets Cabaret wedding. Ta-da!
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sweet.
So Jeffrey Cohen said that he did bring a Me and My Girl playbill for Marianne Plunkett at Notebook for the stage tour. Jeffrey, I personally, and I know your collection, that I think is okay. If it's somebody who hasn't been in a show in a long time or somebody who's an acclaimed performer, and as long as you feel comfortable bringing that item to the stage door,
right. And I was going to say, if it's like, and that's better, I think, than like mailing something like that. You know what I mean? Like that, I wouldn't risk.
I wouldn't mail it. I would physically walk that.
Right. Exactly.
And walk that back. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, and I'm only calling you out, Olivia, because we love you. Olivia said she was at the stage door for Little Bear Ridge, which has Laurie Metcalf in it, and she said Laurie Metcalf is known for Scream. She's allowed she'd allowed Scream posters and she'll sign. I know Laurie Metcalf from Roseanne. I'm like that would be like, and I love Laurie Metcalf, but I'm like I still don't feel
she's from Roseanne,
right? But like I would feel uncomfortable bringing a Scream poster to a stage.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's just my preference. Yeah. Just me.
We did have some Schmigadoon news.
Dude, my body cannot control this. Go on.
So far, just a little teaser. We will have Alex Brightman and Sarah Chase reprising their roles as Josh and Melissa. In the upcoming production, they did star in the DC production. So they will be bringing themselves back into those roles on Broadway, which I think most of us were hoping and praying for.
Yeah, I think a lot of people wanted Alex to come for Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
and I had a feeling the reason he was not was one has been and two for Schmeg.
Yeah. For sure.
Now,
I'm also like really happy to see Sarah Chase good, thriving. She obviously had the principal role in Gatsby and then had to take the medical leave of absence due to the cancer diagnosis, but then came back once she was done with her treatment and came
She's
back.
incredible. I was at one of the shows where she only was able to do the first act and had to leave an intermission. Yeah.
So I'm just
yeah.
so happy that, you know, her health is doing well enough for her to be able to get another one of these principal roles on Broadway in an upcoming show. That's fantastic.
It's incredible. And I will say that we still are adding to our profile of fan groups. So if you're interested in following the Schmigadoon fan group, which yes, there is one, you can go to www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. Look at all of our active groups. If there's one that you don't see there, reach out to us, because it doesn't mean we can't just make one.
Yeah, it's true.
I know. I don't lie. I tell the truth.
We also had a loverly article that dropped today from Elle Magazine, Elle Network, Elle. I don't know. Are they still a magazine? I don't know. What are they?
I don't know. You know, but I understand the context. Continue.
Yeah. And it actually featured 3 Broadway stars, Kristen Chenoweth, Leah Michelle, and Nichelle Lewis. They kind of discussed their Broadway debuts, the current state of Broadway, lots of different things.
Can I tell you my favorite part of that interview, because it was this live from Curtain Call to Legacy, is that they start talking about You Haven't Lived Until You've Died on Broadway, and the 3 of them are talking about different deaths that they've gone through on Broadway.
Yeah.
We love our spooky girls.
Absolutely.
You know, and speaking of Leah Michelle, Chess is around and freaking thriving right now.
Chess is around and thriving. I was going to say, I feel like the hot tickets right now that I'm like hearing about are definitely Chess. People are already getting their tickets for the All Out comedy, like the All In, like reversal. Remember that, like All In comedy?
Yes.
Now they're doing the All Out.
Yeah.
So I've heard people like whispers about that one. I've heard people already talking about their tickets for Schmigadoon. I've heard people talking about their tickets for the Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is the top. I mean, maybe it's my algorithm too, but like everything
Ragtime. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 strangers carry a cake across Manhattan. Like,
yeah,
I think that's really good across New York. I think that there's a lot of big tickets that are coming up for the fall season. I'm excited. Excited. Sure. It's not that this past season didn't do it for me. I just feel like there weren't that, like we've talked about this. I feel like there weren't that many really memorable shows this past season.
Yeah.
Like, and that's okay, but like the shows that we liked were like here and gone.
Yeah.
And there's been a few that are still around and kicking. Speaking of around and kicking, we should talk about Maybe Happy Ending.
Should talk about Maybe Happy Ending.
You go on with your bad self.
Maybe you go. You brought it up. You go.
So the theatrical rights have been approved from a rights house. So they'll start to be able to have local productions or regional productions about that. They've also posted their calendar of all the performances. Darren Criss is back and running around. There's a lot that's going on with Maybe Happy Ending. You know, they're getting ready for their tour. They're getting ready for everything else. I personally, just from seeing this in the past, and I'm not wishing any bad wishes on Maybe Happy Ending, it almost looks like what they're doing with Gatsby. And again, there hasn't been any hard outs or closures or announcements of closing. I almost feel like they're trying to really perfectly wrap these packages together with a beautiful bow and double-sided tape, and then finish it on a high note and then take it for the tour.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to do it though. Like, why, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Go out on a high and go out, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of this Saturday, the whatever day is Saturday. I don't know, maybe it is Saturday then. Okay, yes. The 25th. I will be with our old sport, Jeremy Jordan.
Yes, you will be. Do the math on that. Yes, go on.
Because I did win that raffle, and I will be working an event at the Bushnell where Jeremy Jordan will be doing his one-man show. So any Connecticut locals, come see Jeremy Jordan. I will be there at the Bushnell. Find me. We'll chill, we'll chat, we'll say
Mhm.
hello, and we'll listen to Jeremy sing Santa Fe. Because you know
I
he's
don't know. Like,
going.
I'm trying to think of a song I would want to hear JJ sing that I haven't heard him sing before, hasn't done a lot of.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it only because it's my dad's ringtone, Hell's Greatest Dad
Okay.
from Has Been. Yeah, I'm in a Has Been mood. It's coming soon.
Okay. I can appreciate it.
But yeah, Santa Fe. That's a really good one. The new collaboration that they've done and the new edit for Green Light, My Green Light's been really beautiful too.
Yeah,
But
that was cute. The like Lord remix.
yeah. And I
I
also
just wish that they did dropped it a little earlier when John Proctor was running, because then they could have
yeah,
went hand in hand. So
yeah.
that's my one gripe.
You're allowed to have a gripe.
It's my
You can
one
have a
gripe.
gripe. But yeah, it's I have this like in my brain. Okay, so and I only have Carrie Butler on the brain 'cause when I love her, but two, she was Seth Rudetsky had her on the show on Sirius last night talking about Batboy and talking about how she got started and Heather's and all that other stuff. And Carrie just did this whole "Mom, I'm a big girl now" thing with Laura Bell Bundy and Marissa. Like, I think it's cool, but they did that. But in my mind, I'm like, I kind of want to see like a Boys at Broadway show. Like, I've
Right.
had the absolute thrill and pleasure of seeing Anna Pascal and Anthony Rapp do their cabaret, which, like, if you ever have the opportunity to do it, do it. But, like, guilty pleasures, selfish reasons, I want to see, like, Aaron Tveit, Derek Klena, Jeremy Jordan get into a show of some sort where the three of them are just performing.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just my brain. That's where my brain is going right now, thinking about it. I'm like, I just want to see these boys perform together because they have the same kind of energy to me. It's like that meme, like, show me a photo that's like the same energy, different photo. That's kind of how.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But go on. I know we got lots to cover, and we've got a new exciting update too, don't we? I will send it to you in the private message as you continue to talk.
Sure, yeah. We do have a new exciting update. Yes, like Olivia saying, Dee is making her Helen debut tomorrow, and she will also be on Wednesday in Death Becomes Her. So that will be very exciting. I have heard a lot of buzz. People are very excited about that.
Well, Dee is insane, so yes.
Yes. We also shout out to our friend Larry, because one of his West End shows will be having a New York industry presentation. Kathy and Stella solve a murder, which
Which
I'm
is
really
so
excited.
good in the West End.
Yeah, because I heard absolute amazing things about it in the West
Yep.
End. So I would love to see, some form of it make its way over here. That would just be
Yeah.
very cool, selfishly for me, myself, and I.
Yeah. No, I love it. I haven't talked to good old Lair in a while because he's been so busy with a bajillion shows, but he sent me a meme the other day and it was really funny. So I'm gonna see if I can find a way to download this. He's like, and my job is done here. If not, I'll just post it. But it's pretty much a come from away meme, and it was just perfectly timed because the photo says it's like a bunch of chaos, and then it's like, put on your shirt and pants. And then it says, looks like Come From Away is making the regional theater rounds. A word of warning to whomever may play the drum book. It looks like the drummer is supposed to play most of the show in some state of undress. Glad there's a moment for decency at the end of her play. Which is, you have to be there to understand it, but it's pretty damn funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, go ahead. Go on.
I was gonna say we also this is kind of a big one, actually. I can't believe I forgot about this one. We have like some really long standing Book of Mormon members
Oh yeah.
leaving the cast at the end of this month. We have Cody Strand, who has been Elder Cunningham for like a decade on tour in the West End, like in Europe. Like he has played Elder Cunningham, and he like I don't know if you've seen him in the role, but he is like made for the role. He is so good.
Yeah.
We have Kevin Clay, who is Elder Price, also.
Didn't we meet like half of them at Schmackery's too?
We met PJ Adzima, who is also leaving.
Yeah.
PJ also runs his own stage like evening company, so I think he'll be focusing more on that aspect of production.
Sure.
And then this one is huge. Louis Cleal will be departing the show. Louis has been with the show since it opened.
That's nuts.
Broadway. He is part of the original cast.
So he is Thane Jasperson, essentially.
He is Thane. Yeah, he is. Well, Thane is him because Book of Mormon came first, but
that's also fair. Just still nuts to think.
So yeah, it's just so after all these years, like he will be leaving the show. So congratulations on a magnificent run. That was, really.
And Amber, don't we run a Book of Mormon fan group?
We do, yeah. And the new casting was announced. I believe I shared the post there. There'll be some great new folks stepping into those roles.
Yeah. No,
now
there's a lot going on. There's so much going on. There's just so much growth.
Now
there's
another thing.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's
like the equivalent of someone being like, we need to talk.
This is an exciting thing.
Oh, okay. I like exciting.
We did get the first official trailer for Merrily We Roll Along.
We did. Now, Amber has been impatiently waiting for that.
I've been watching it. I laughed, I cried, I had chills. Now, the only reason I'm saying I'm feeling iffy about it is because I don't know if we want to watch it with the class.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally have it pulled up right now.
Because I don't know if that will make us lose the sound thing for the future video. Because
but you know what? Where did we share it to? We shared it to the group, didn't we?
Yeah. So
go to our group. Go to the Merrily We Roll Along. Old friends, Merrily We Roll Along. www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. Hey, Amber, you know what else they could do?
What could they do?
They could go to our Patreon. Because then they get all of the stuff directly sent to them in a newsletter, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then we're going to start to do some snail mail stuff too. So patreon.com/thebroadwayfanclub. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we bring out the big guns and the big news?
Yes.
Okay. You go and do it.
This is Broadway adjacent.
Okay.
It's still a big deal.
Everything's a big deal, clearly.
The cast has been announced for the official Greatest Showman musical, which will be premiering in the West End.
Boo! But yay!
Yay! But boo! Which we also run the group for, because we're waiting for that transfer.
I think we're up to 130 groups right now. I was telling one of our members about it. She's like, wow, like we get this all the time in Just in Time and Masquerade where there's like a whole ad of people because we admit them every week. And people are always like, that's a lot of people. And I'm like, that's not that many people compared to like some weeks. But yeah, I'm excited for Greatest Showman. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Lorna Courtney. And my link is not opening, so I cannot open the rest. But
and you know what that means, though?
That the whole internet was down all day today.
Oh, besides the AWS thing, no. But I'm saying we know what Lorna Courtney being in The Greatest Showman means.
True, we do.
It means that she's going to be having to leave Heathers eventually. which I kind of think we already knew. So yeah, Lorna Courtney will star as Anne Wheeler, Samantha Barks from Pretty Woman as Charity Barnum, and Oliver Thompson from Ed Juliet as well as P.T. Barnum. Cast will also include Ben Joyce as Philip Carlyle, Vajen van den Bosch as Jenny Lind, the opera singer, clearly, and Melinda Paris as Letty Lutz. The children cast will include Mia Raggio, Angelica Pearl Scott, and Maya Suray as Caroline and young Charity, Harley Gill, Ellie McArdle, and Eleanor Sebastian as Helen, and Max Bispem, I cannot talk with these names today, and a milkshake, Joel Tennant, and Clark Young as young Barnum, and Josh St. Clair will be the alternate for P.T. Barnum. The ensemble is also gigantic. Two-time Tony winner Casey Nicolau from Some Like It Hot and Book of Mormon, speaking of Book of Mormon, will direct and choreograph the musical. Tim Federal, which was Tuck Everlasting, one of my favorite shows ever, High School Musical, the musical, the series, will pen the book, adapted from Jenny Bix and Bill Condon's screenplay. And EGOT-winning songwriters, EGOT is hard, y'all, Benj Pasek and Justin Paul from Dear Evan Hansen are writing the score, with Paul also supplying vocal and incidental music arrangements.
Yeah,
guys, this is
amazing. Like, it's going to be
massive.
Big. It's going to be epic.
It is massive. And we're going to be covering it not only on our Greatest Showman fan group, but we also have the Disney on Broadway fan group. So it's going to be massive.
Absolutely.
Massive. Anything else? That's about
it.
Should we announce our big news?
Sure. Go for it.
You look so sad. She's got her hand on her face.
I'm just tired.
She's tired. She's got puppies, and then she's got to drive home.
She
stayed puppy sitting an extra hour for all of us today, so she didn't have to be in the car doing it. So nice of you.
I gotta pack my stuff.
Don't forget to pack the puppies with you.
I won't.
But yeah, so we have really big news, and this is something that we want to open up to everybody that's listening, any of our members. We are growing our family here at the Broadway Fan Club. So we are actually looking to add to our admin and moderator team. So if you think you have what it takes to help us continue to grow, deal with some crazy drama, but have a whole hell of a lot of fun, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'll probably do a Google Form sign-up sheet, and we'll be hosting interviews because this is a big thing, y'all. We are over 5 million members across all of our platform social media groups, plus the podcast. So we've got a lot of stuff. Amber and I don't get paid to do this. This is a passion project for us. So we want to find somebody that can help kind of take us to the next level. When I first met Amber and we had our interview process, she pretty much won me over because, one, she's amazing. Two, she's admin Dog Spotting Society, which has over 1 million in their group. So, if you have social media experience, if you feel comfortable with it and you want to be part of it, we would love to have you. So definitely let us know. It's a lot on us to continuously post all the groups and keep you guys updated. We're doing the best that we can. We don't want people to sit in the wings and wait for their post to be approved or wait for their membership to be admitted. So we really want to know why. Did Jeffrey Cohen just say, why so few? Is he referring to the over 5 million people? That's not a few. That's a whole lot. We are actually the world's largest platform for fan-based groups for Broadway and off-Broadway shows. A whole hell of a lot. So we're very excited to add more people to our little family here. So if you're interested, don't hesitate to reach out. In the interim, I guess we'll do some housekeeping right now. Yes, as Amber was saying, the whole internet was down today. Thank you, AWS. Yay. After this is all fixed, I have reassurance from Alan over at the network that our episodes should be doing the auto update directly over to the Broadway Podcast Network. In the interim, you can also check out all of our previous episodes and new episodes at www.onlybroadwayfans.com. If you would like to join our Patreon again is patreon.com/the Broadway Fan Club. Starting at just $1 a month, you too can be part of the inner circle. The shop is down for what, another 2 weeks, Amber?
Yeah, probably till like November 15th because I go home, I pack, and then I leave again.
You leave again?
I leave again.
Where are you
going? Far, far away to the faraway place to watch more dogs.
No, that's super far away. But yeah, so another couple of weeks. Our shop will be open just in time for the holiday season at thebroadwayfanclub.etsy.com. In the interim, go check out all the really cool stuff that you are able to purchase, including our Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS collaboration. If there is a specific beaded bracelet that you do not see there, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. But we have so many things. Amber's been busting her hump to get some new designs that we're excited for you to see that. As always, make sure you check out all of our fan groups at www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. And Jeffrey goes, just kidding, LOL. Mm-hmm. We know it, Jeffrey. It's all right. Next time we go have soup dumplings together, I'll take it out of you then. We'll have a good time with it. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, we run so many different fan groups. And if there's something, again, that you don't see that you would like to be, help us collaborate on, reach out. We're very accessible. www.thebroadwayfanclub.com will take you to all of our groups. You can see a lot of our partnerships, including one of my favorite partnerships, the W Times Square, the Westin Times Square. They will waive your destination fees, give you all sorts of discounts and upgrades. I mean, seriously, I still remember when I had a meeting at the W. I was having a meeting with clients while I was in my room, was doing a Zoom, and they called the room. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you guys right back, because I love everybody at that property. And like 2 hours later, I got a knock on the door, and it was warm chocolate chip cookies and milk.
Amazing.
They're like, I hope you enjoyed your meeting. Now time to relax. I love them over there. So please go check out our partners over there. Check out whatever you can. We love you guys. Every Monday night, it just goes really exciting. And yes, Olivia, you owe me your Thai tea. Exactly. See, I feel so loved. Olivia took my Thai tea when we were at Dee Dee's. It's fine. I'm very generous to our members because they're wonderful. Any closing remarks, Amber?
No.
Yeah. I will say my favorite post from this past weekend with all the political stuff going on, which happened to be one of our members. I don't know if you know that. One of our members from Just in Time made a sign that said, the only king for me is Jonathan Groff.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was great. So with that being said, love you guys. Don't forget, Final Strike Collaborative will be with us next Monday. Super excited because they are a ball of energy and a ton of fun. Amber, drive safely. Pet all the puppies. Give us some more fur tax before we leave. Ready for the fur tax, everybody?
1, 2. Oh, I don't know. No, they're on top of each other. There's 2 and 3 right there.
They're so
in a dog pile. They're in a dog pile.
Yeah. All right, guys. And don't forget, each and every Monday, you can catch the Broadway Fan Club podcast right here, wherever you get your podcasts. Check out Broadway Podcast Network's Studio of Stars, because there's a lot of great shows to check out as well. We appreciate you guys. When Broadway is dark on Mondays, we keep that ghost light burning. Have a great week. See you then.
Good night.
So long. Farewell.